It's a new season.
Yes, you're right, and we're back.
A new season.
To talk Galavant.
A new chance to go through the plot.
On a show where it hits just the right spot.
A new season to go.
Galavant-Ing.
Yes, that's right, folks. We're finally back. I had some school stuff to take care of, but we're back doing a double dose of Galavant for the week. This is the middle of season 2. We're talking about season 2, episode 5 tonight. Right now, we're talking about giants versus dwarves because they're exactly the same height, and it makes no sense, and it's absurd, but hilarious.
Absolutely.
How you doing, BlueDragonFive?
I'm well.
Okay. So yeah, this is the middle of the season. I would wager to say these 2 episodes that we're going to get into are among the strongest kind of like back-to-back episodes that we've seen out of this series.
Definitely back.
This week.
Definitely back-to-back. They're very strong together. You know, I mean, if anything, the first one was maybe like a hair stronger than the second one, but they're still both very solid. I love them both.
But the second one had some nice heartwarming moments, and it also had the Forest of Coincidence, which just had me absolutely in stitches. But we'll get to that. What, you didn't like the Forest of Coincidence?
No, I love the Forest of Coincidence.
Okay, good.
I love the Forest of Coincidence.
You better.
I have theories about the Forest of Coincidence, but we'll get into that when we get to that. Let me say this. Going into this, I'm kind of noticing a pattern with these weekly debuts of Galavant that I think this week really nailed rightly. But I think something we should address is that there's always this weird thing where the first episode always has the most chance to bomb because, it has a shorter time. For some reason, I don't know why, Tiki, it just strikes me that the first episode feels it kind of runs a little shorter than the second half.
Aren't they both exactly 21 minutes?
They are. That's the thing. I know that's the thing. They're both, plus commercials. But
yeah, of course.
I don't know, for some reason.
Well, it's 21 minutes minus, and then the commercials take up the other 10 minutes of the half hour.
Let's not get into semantics, okay? My point is, like last week, it felt like the first episode, just kind of ran. It had some good bits in, don't get me wrong, and some things that didn't grab me. But let's not here and there. The point is that one I think was under a little bit scrutiny.
You don't embrace the laws. Come on, you need to embrace. You love the do's, but you don't like the laws. What's the difference?
The do's are 70s and they're cool.
All right, fair enough.
My point is, I think last week kind of felt like the episode ran a little. It felt like it ran short, even though obviously it didn't time-wise. But it felt like it just kind of went through their beats real fast. Where the second half had a little more substance to it. So I think that first episode, there's always kind of sometimes there's like a balance of whether one episode's a little better than the other.
Well, I noticed that.
Stronger, not better, just stronger than the other.
This episode in particular, the ending really came out of nowhere. It's like, okay, I'm good. That's good. I'm glad they're going in that direction. But man, okay, we're moving the plot along.
But you see what I'm saying, though? There's like a balance that kind of gets struck with. This week was really strong with the balance, which was better than last week's, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And even the first one was obviously the big showstopper. Second was just it was okay.
I think we could both agree to that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with this sort of the balance. And I think this week they're really on the money with that balance.
Although I must say, this episode, we'll get into it, but it probably had one of my least favorite songs of the series so far.
Don't say it's the one that we're about to.
No! It's not that one at all. No, absolutely not. We'll get into it when we get there. Okay. So speaking of the song that we're about to get into, do you want to lead us off on our musical recap of the episode as we do?
Can I?
Please.
Hey out there, folks. We're back recapping
this new episode of Galavant Season 2.
Richard and Gal at each other's throats.
Losing the jewel could rock the boat.
Giants and dwarves don't get the joke.
Tag Cooper's a dragon.
Wait and see.
Do. Gareth and Sid have a bromance bloomin'.
Madalena's really peeved at Sid.
Is he no longer mind-controlled?
Giants and dwarves, same difference, bold.
All this on the new episode.
of Galavant-Ing.
All right, all right. I really cannot get those twos right. I apologize. I try changing it up. I try doing different things with it. It's just not playing for me.
Well, I didn't get them all right either this time around either.
All right. Okay, so we start the episode with Richard very excitedly waking up Galavant with
Very
some exciting
funny
news.
So this is Richard was hilarious, as he always is. But he basically is waking up, and we have some nice fourth wall meta stuff here. Wakes him up to basically give some clunky exposition to explain to the folks. He's, hey, it's a weekly on weekly basis they have to summarize what's going on in the episode because they don't have the unfortunately they still don't have the recaps along with
No, they don't.
folks. They don't have it like we provide for the nice folks on this, on this video. You know, I guess the Jester's busy. That's why there's no musical recap. Plus,
I know we haven't seen the Jester, and well, I guess we saw him last week.
We did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the Chef and Gwen were kind of absent as well. I thought that was a little.
Well, remember they left. That's why they're.
Yeah, that's true, but that's why I thought it was odd. It's like, where are they even? Like,
I'm sure they're
going
gonna.
On with them?
I'm sure they're going to be in the next one, but
sure.
Anyway, so the point is, they get some nice, hilariously pointed out clunky exposition. As well, you can, Richard. I know what happened. You don't have to go through this clunky exposition. Just explain to the folks at home what happened. Basically, he woke him up to tell him that he traded the Jewel of Valencia, which is their big bargaining chip to find an army, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He traded it for a dragon. And folks who love Games of Thrones, don't get too excited. There's not that kind of dragon. A dragon that he thinks is a dragon, that he is named Tad Cooper, that in reality, less dragon, more lizard of some variety.
It's basically a small Komodo dragon, from what I can tell.
I don't know. It looks kind of. I heard them kind of call it an iguana.
Well, they were calling it an iguana, but I would wager to say it's a small Komodo dragon, which would technically still make it a dragon.
Komodo dragons are pretty cool. So I mean, I'm all for that if that's the case. Again, I'm not the zoologist or anything.
But yeah, well, I actually do have a little bit of expertise in this kind of stuff because my parents ran a pet store and they sold Komodo dragons. So. I think it looks like a small Komodo dragon.
Okay, well, that's still pretty funny then. If it's like,
yeah, it's still technically a dragon.
Makes it a little funnier, I gotta tell you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he's named this little Komodo dragon, his dragon here, Tad Cooper, which is one of those. I looked this up. It's no one. I think it's just a random name, just Tad Cooper. Like
I guess so.
It's hilarious though. It's such an unassuming name, Tad Cooper. It has to be the full name too, Tad Cooper.
Right.
So as you can understand, Galavant is upset by this because again the big bargaining chip to save the love of his life is now gone and has been traded for dragon. Okay, he's saying okay you're gonna take it back. Well, no, he said no takesies backsies.
And we pinky swore on it.
Yeah. So Galavant's he's done with Richard. This is the final straw that broke the camel's back, and he's ripping the map. He's doing all this stuff. They're getting chased out by mercenaries. He's okay, I've had it with Richard. And basically, it's kind of a hurtful truth. He's like shoving Richard around, telling him, I'm done with you. And then there's a really hurtful basis. You and that lizard are a perfect pair. Because it's a dragon who's not a dragon and a king who's not a king. That hurt. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, burn.
Yeah, he felt bad for Richard. And then he says, fine, you want to break up.
Oh, God.
So, so Richard, another additional reason, the running gag we should address is that Richard is steadfastly saying, this is, again, he's basically Jack who's bought the magic beans at this point. He's traded the cow for the magic beans. That's what's going on here. Yeah. And, Galavant's mad at him. He's just saying, no, it's not a lizard, it's a dragon. He's a dragon. Anyways, then they kind of break up over this, and Roberto, who's been getting breakfast, who just comes back to the two of them storming off and walking in different directions.
She just comes back with a deer over her shoulders
or something. Yeah, it's again, I love that she's kind of the most proactive and kind of manly.
Well, she absolutely is.
And she's been killing something, getting breakfast. This is okay. So I guess I'll have breakfast alone. I mean, Roberta's awesome. I think she wanted me. I think she won us over even more so in these two episodes.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Richard's seething, and he's just like, I super believe in you, Tad Cooper.
That's probably my favorite part of the episode.
Fair enough. I love
a lot of this episode, so it's really hard for me to say, but it was one of my favorite songs this season, though.
My favorite song, we'll get to it, is definitely the West Side Story parody. I thought that was handled amazingly well. But
really? I thought that was going to be your least favorite.
No, that was not my least favorite at all.
Well, okay, now I know your least favorite.
Yeah, you know what my least favorite
To
is.
be honest with
yeah.
you, I know why. Then I just figured.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
We'll
continue.
get to that.
Okay, okay, so anyway, so yeah, Richard, he's steaming, and he said, "I do believe you're a dragon, Tad Cooper." And then they get into a wonderful song called "My Dragon Pal and Me," which is coded in the '70s. I don't know why, but it's full of '70s commercial fun.
Well,
It's
it
awesome.
seems like something the Brady Bunch would sing almost.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it feels like just so wonderfully '70s. It's like so to me, it like strikes me as Mary Tyler Moore. It just feels so Mary Tyler Moore to me. Anyway, so this nice little '70s tune sung there about having, having faith in Tad Cooper that he is a dragon. He says, "Oh, you're going to grow up into a dragon. You rain down upon the village, prove everyone that they're wrong." That sort of thing. It's a really sweet song. It's so catchy. It's so ridiculously catchy.
But of course, the joke of it all is that he's singing about these really dark things, like, "Oh, he'll rain destruction and death on the wife and the kids."
And all to prove a point, by the way. It's the idea is to prove a point. He is a dragon. Anyway, so there's this this swing bit where I love these little cutesy bits where like they're on a swing and then he's moving his legs they're like on a bridge and he's like moving Ted Cooper's little flippers, his leg, and he's just like make him look like he's waving to the camera.
And then the background singers are great. They're just like
doo 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 doo.
Dragon Pal.
Very funny. And then it ends with them, it's really sweet part. You get Timothy Munson again. He really knows how to deliver the soulful singing, as we saw in that whole "If I Were a Blacksmith" song at the end of that.
Oh yeah,
we got a bit here where he's just at the end, he's just saying, basically he believes in him, and they'll wait and see, they'll believe in us, that sort of thing. He's like, and they'll believe in me. Like that's beautiful. So then he's laying down in a field, like the most peaceful thing after a song, and then you see a bunch of weapons pointed in his face. Not guns or anything, but like medieval weapons. He says, "I should warn you, I have a dragon." So Richard's in a spot of trouble, it would seem.
It would seem.
Okay, moving on to the weak link of last week, but who's getting a lot better.
I think this guy, I wouldn't call him like the biggest strong suit of the season or anything like that, but he's enjoyable.
He's starting to win me over, more so the next episode, but this episode he's getting there. So we have Wormwood and Barry. The Wormwood and Barry, their wedding planning. Of course, the running gag is that they can't get the plans, the delineation of the plans right, of like which is the evil plot or the wedding plan.
The plan is working to perfection, Barry. Oh, you mean the evil plan to rule over the princess? Not that, the wedding plan, you twit. Do you think I discussed the evil plan so publicly? And then he's like, one plan, one plot. There's two plans. One's evil. And then when he says one's evil, it's like everyone's clearly listening to him and clearly listening in on the conversation. One's evil.
They don't pay much mind to it, though.
No. But he realizes what he's doing, and he's like, okay. Oh, never mind.
So Wormwood points out that on the guest list, Princess Jubilee is a no-show. And, the reason this is important, because he had this really cutesy idea. I gotta tell you, it's actually a neat thing for a wedding, I gotta say. Like a wedding planner to come up with. The idea of, instead of place cards, that are like mirrors that have the names engraved in them, so you look at it, oh, it's me, that sort of thing, Well,
that's a really fun thing about the Wormwood character, is that he's really into the wedding planning thing. You know what I mean? He's a professional about it.
He's a good wedding planner. He can't
right.
Like that. He's a horrible. He's a very incompetent villain, it would seem, but he's a very excellent wedding planner.
Exactly.
Let's see. So again, that's starting to win me over on this guy. Just seeing how actually creative he is. Okay. Anyway, so Isabel's parents are starting to catch on to Wormwood. Saying, okay, there's something off here, Wormwood. And then Wormwood then commands, basically he subtly suggests, not so subtly, to Isabella that she throw her parents into the dungeon.
Yeah, not so subtly. He's just like, oh, Isabella, perhaps there's a place your parents could go. Maybe the dungeon. Isabella, throw them in the dungeon.
And under the tiara's control, she tells them to be thrown into the dungeon. Tells the guards to throw them in the dungeon.
Oh, it's lovely to be working with a client who just gets it.
Okay, so meanwhile, Galavant again, since he's kind of stormed off from his little breakup with Richard again, he's off to talk to the Giants, which was set up last episode. You know, he's looking for the Giants to talk to him about them forming an army and helping him save Isabella. So Galavant finds the Giant, who's played really neat guest star, Nick Frost.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even notice it was Nick Frost.
Yeah, Nick Frost. Yeah, Simon Pegg's friend.
Nice.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, Nick Frost. I thought he was really good in this.
I would say that was like the first. That would probably be the first like big name guest star we've had this season. Then
let me see. Well, John Stamos came back for.
Well, Stamos came back for like a little like walk-on cameo, practically.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
But it might cost the network a fortune. We don't know.
Well, yeah, they did say so in the song.
Plus, we got Hugh Bonneville back. He's kind of big.
We got Hugh Bonneville back for an episode, and he might not come back for the whole rest of the season.
I don't like. I hope he's not dead.
Right. It was very ambiguous with the way the ship just kind of like crashed onto the shore.
I tell you, if we rewatch that, I think he's going to be alive. We got to check that by the end of the season. Anyway, so Galavant, he happens upon the Giants who are like standing on a hill above, and they look really, really tall.
Oh yeah,
and they look really impressive. I got to tell you, just from that angle, it's like I love this visual angle of like Galavant's way down there, and you have these giants standing up there, just saying, "Oh," and they have an echo, and they have like really cool voices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nick Frost. I love the way he's playing this guy. Just have his like kind of like this echoey delivery in his voice, you know.
Yeah, he does.
So let's see. So finds the Giants. We get this really awesome POV shot. They basically ask for their help and says, okay, help the lad up. And it helps him up, and it's revealed they're all of average height.
Galavant's probably taller than at least a few of them.
Yes, and the thing is, like, they basically, while he was down there, they built upon the fact, yes, we're giants, our heads eclipse the sun, all that stuff. And Galavant's asking, well, look, no offense, I love that Galavant's such a wonderfully progressive guy. It doesn't mean just like say, oh, you're short, you're. And he's just being really polite about it. So, I don't mean to offend anyone here, but you don't really look giant. Are you sure you're giants? He's just genuinely asking the question there. And this is, oh, yes, well, we are, basically, they're very short giants. That's the gag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the idea. There's really tiny giants, which is average, like 5'10". Heights.
And their sworn enemy is these stinking tiny, awful, high-pitched voiced dwarves.
Yes, they really have something against dwarves, and we're going to see the hilarity that's going to come from that. But also, I love the idea of Galavant asking what to deal with the. I thought you said your head's eclipse the sun. There's a really hilarious thing where like Nick Frost just like he brings him over there and he says, "Well, no, it's from the right angle. Just stand right there." You see, basically, he blocks out the sun, and he does block out the sun. The idea is they're average height guys with big heads.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they're really small giants. I think it's pretty funny.
So they basically ask Galavant to join in the war against the dwarves, and Galavant's just like, "Yeah, why not? I'm desperate. Let's do this."
Yeah. I gotta tell you, let me just give him props for this idea. I just love the idea that it's not. I was worried when I heard this old giants. Like you hinted at me from the promo. Okay, there are giants and dwarves that aren't of the actual sizes.
Mm-hmm.
And my assumption of that was going to be okay. It was just going to be saying, "Oh, did you really think we were giants?" No. But they're actually the idea they are giants and they are dwarves, but of different different sizes than convention.
Sure.
Thought it was clever. I thought it's like not taking away from it, but just saying it's a new level you never thought of with these.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, moving on. So yeah, they're gonna kill them some dwarves.
Oh yeah.
And so we got Gareth and Sid shopping together, which I think is so wonderfully domestic and fun. You know me, I love my mundanity.
Of course you do. Of course.
And I love these two characters, man. I love Gareth so much.
I've got to say, sir, you've only punched a couple people today, and I might sound crazy, but I think you took a bath.
Yeah, he's getting a little less violent, and the reason for that is because he's in love.
Oh, yeah. Well, who is it, sir? The executioner's daughter?
Loretta? Oh, Loretta. No, she's a catch, but no.
She's compared to my girl.
I just love the idea, and she'd be a catch because she hangs people upside down by their feet if they don't hang by the neck.
Oh boy!
Guys, I love the idea that there's Loretta, the executioner's daughter. I love that line. But anyway, so then we see this to me, I'm loving Madalena now. I love her now.
Yeah, the writers, like, great job, writers, on turning, like, probably one of the weaker elements of season 1 into, I wouldn't say the strongest element, but she's definitely up there. She's really fun.
I love what they've done with Madalena. I'm loving it.
And among the more sympathetic characters at the same time, I'd say, surprisingly.
So yeah, Madalena looking like the cutest thing ever. She's up there holding flowers, and she's just saying, "Hey, Gare." She's like,
I love her calling him Gare.
it's hilarious. And of course, it reminds me of King Richard calling him, "Oh, be worried about me, Gare Bear."
Of course.
Don't call me that. Point is, so Madalena, she's like a little schoolgirl looking at Gareth, and Gareth's giving her flowers, and and Gareth's like a little schoolboy. That's the idea. Look, they're schoolboys and girls in love. It's adorable. It's like, thanks for the flowers, and then anyway, so
Sid, he's just like, well, we agree she's the worst.
Yeah.
And Gareth, he's just like, yeah, and then just pushes Sid aside.
Yeah, and it's like he's like, so yeah, I know she's the worst, and that's why I like her.
Exactly.
I love it. Like, I just love the idea that Sid and Gareth is doing this to me. They're just doing like friendly thing. They're becoming friends. Like, they're going shopping together. Like, he's his sidekick. Their assistant's good. Like, now he is the Gareth to his King Richard. It's adorable. And at the same time, he's noticing, well, you're in love with her. And again, it's like Sid can't escape like his mentor. Well, not his mentor. His I guess his mentor. The guy he's the assistant of. I don't know. Points. He can't help the guy. He's up and out falling in love with some girl, and him always being roped in the adventure, being the wingman.
Yeah.
Seriously, the same thing happened with Galavant for 2 girls.
Exactly.
Just can't escape it, poor Sid. Meanwhile, okay, so at the pre-fight meeting, which I love the idea they have a pre-fight meeting, by the way.
Right.
Just to go over terms and stuff. Like, okay, we're going to meet here, and okay, we're going to bring these weapons. It's a pre-fight meeting. It's hilarious.
Must you grumble every time you say dwarf?
So I guess Galavant's asking, what's the reason we're against the dwarves? Yeah, enough. Anyway, so then they go into they're building a bridge to unite their lands, but because of their size discrepancy, quote unquote, the bridges were like completed in different scales, so it didn't match up. So one was shorter than the other, and that's the reason for this rivalry, by the way. Nothing more, folks. Just because
which is just complete lunacy.
Yes, it's like one bridge is taller than the other side. Really, seems like it needs to fix too. By the way,
go around it.
Yeah. Again, just make it flat. Here's an idea. Just make it just make it just a wood platform, like an actual bridge instead of like a little archway bridge.
Oh God.
Anyway,
so silly.
Even just like a plank of wood might like 2 planks of wood might suffice. Really. Anyway, bridge aside. So that's the reason they're going to unite their land anyway. So then they just kind of blamed each other for whose fault it was, and that's the reason for their rivalry.
And we've been at war ever since.
Anyway, so then the dwarves come to meet them, and the dwarves are of the same height, surprisingly.
You are dwarves? Yes, just very tall dwarves.
Again, it's hysterical. These 2 idiot groups, just they're really short giants and they're really tall dwarves. And again, it makes sense because they're still what they say they are.
Right.
And then it's revealed Richard. Again, I love this absurdity. Okay, Richard's now, they're bonding over different sides. Again, some shows have tried this sort of thing, kind of falter. Like Avatar: Last Airbender kind of faltered with this kind of story. But this show, I think, is picking up you're doing something really good with that. The idea with you have your characters siding with different conflicts, and then they kind of have a conflict with each other. Then they're working through it by going up against each other. They're siding with the wrong horse, so to speak.
Sure.
I mean, here it's a lot funnier because it's just so absurd. You go to see, so then it's revealed Richard's on the dwarf side, and it says, well, it figures, you're a giant jerk face.
Ooh.
And you're Galavant.
I love Galavant reaction. He's just like, I saw you this morning, you idiot.
So as they trash talk each other, he says, well, it figures because I'm sorry. Giant jerk face. Well, trash talking from a humongous blowhard. Oh, yes. Well, it makes sense you'd be with the dwarves because you're of little use to me.
And then one of the dwarves or giants just worked up and just like, forget the meeting, let's go now!
Yeah. Anyway, Roberta stops it for a second there as Richard and Galavant are about to mix it up. Which, by the way, I love, and they're starting to seed this in here now. It's going to be big the next episode. But the idea that Richard carries Tad Cooper around him like a baby. It's like a little satchel thing that you would like, like in the olden days, like they carry the baby, like a little sling on the shoulder. I love it. Carries Tad Cooper. He's such a beloved, possession of King Richard's. Okay, a little beloved pet. Yeah. Okay, so Roberta breaks it up. She stops them from mixing up for a minute, and then what's going on here? Why are you siding with these 5 feet 10 inches? These 5
2
10
groups
men?
of very similar 5 foot 10-inch men.
Yeah. Yeah, what's going on? What if he insulted this dragon? He traded the Jewel Valencia for a dragon. And he says, "What dragon?"
I'm sorry, that's not a lizard. Don't. Not you too.
Again, as Timothy once said, he sells the absurd lines with just like all the enthusiasm in the world put into like, no, not you two. Like, don't betray me, man.
So Roberta just asked straight up, "Do you guys want to die?" And Galavant's like, "If it gives me a shot at Richard, yes! Ditto, big boy!"
So over this ludicrous battle they're going to battle each other. It's ridiculous, but it's so absurd. It's funny. Okay, meanwhile, Gareth and Sid. Now this scene
Billy, you're giant, come on!
Okay, so this is one of the sweet scenes in this whole thing. This here is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So Gareth and Sid, again, we love Gareth so much. Not as much as we love Mike, but we love Gareth. Sid brings up the. Can I tell you something? Are you familiar with the bro code? And then this is probably the best line of the episode. Just the way Vinnie Jones delivers this, just cracks me like the considerate whisper, I guess. Just like, is that a black thing?
Is it a black thing?
Just it's the first time they really kind of addressed that. Just the way if they're gonna do it, right? Wait, is that a black thing? Just it's funny.
No, what's said between guys stays between guys.
Yeah. The old adage, but we're not gonna say that. Well, I'm not gonna say it. So Sid and I'm not nothing against saying, I just want to be polite. So let's see, Sid points out Sid makes a very valid point that Madeline's last 3 relationships ended very badly. One with murder.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course,
rip your heart out, and not in a symbolic way.
Yeah. So I mean, literally, she just abandoned Galavant. She was cheating on Richard, and of course, she killed Kingsley.
Right. She's so skinny, mean. Thanks for having my back.
Which is very nice. So again, the friendship is really budding here. But you say, well, what are friends for? Well, you think we're friends? And for a moment there, you're a little worried. Oh no, Gareth doesn't like him. But then it's. Well, I'm afraid whatever I answer, if I answer this way, you're going to kill me. But yes, I do. He's giving like yeah, I do think so. And then Garrett's just saying, in this moment, I was like, this is going to sound so silly. I was cheering when I heard this moment. I'm loving the bromance going on here. I'm loving the Gareth-Sid relation. I'm loving the Gareth-Sid friendship here. It's like, yeah, okay, to friends then. Just I was cheering so hard at that moment. Yeah! Friendship!
All right.
Yeah!
All right, so here we get to kind of the weak point of the episode for me.
I think it's a necessary evil, I guess. So I'd make peace with it. I don't have anything really ostensively against it. I mean, I wish they were a little more classy with it, but I can take it.
It's just entirely unclassy, and that's what I have against it.
Well, that's kind of the point of the song, though.
I know it's the point, but it's just gross. It's not my kind of humor.
Is it just because of the last joke, or is it the whole song?
Well, it's the belch. Yeah, the belch was just awful, and I don't know. I don't dig the songs when they get into this modern of a style. This is very 80s feeling.
And, well, then again, we had a 70s number that was really lovely, but
this is like 80s punk rock, and I just don't think that fits with Galavant, though.
I'll admit it wasn't my favorite song, but I'll take it over the whole.
We had like a similar problem with the whole "Take Off Your Shirt" song, or "Off with His Shirt," or whatever the hell that was.
Off with His Shirt was catchy, though.
Yeah, and I'm saying "Off with His Shirt" was better. This is just like this.
I'll give you that. I'm with you.
I'll say
this to me, this is probably the second weakest song this season.
Yeah. Oh God.
For me, it's the la la la.
Come on! Enough with the la la la's.
I hate the la la la's. Okay,
All
so
right.
Isabella visits Princess Jubilee again. She's under mind control, so she probably actually was friends with Princess Jubilee beforehand. But I do like the idea that the princesses know each other, kind of parroting the Disney thing. Yeah, it's like the whole Disney princess line.
That's fine. That's fine.
I like the setup for this. Okay, another princess is gonna snap her out of it. I like that premise.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So we see our leather-clad princess, which, by the way, in our trailers and our speculation for this season, that was pretty much so. I don't think that the queen from the first episode, she's coming back because I thought she was this character.
Right, yeah.
So I think we're safe with that. So I don't know if we're going to get a third antagonist is going to be or not.
I think Wormwood is pretty much the main antagonist at this point.
Yeah, that looks to be the case.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anyway, so we have this leather-clad Princess Jubilee. She's the idea is she's supposedly kind of progressive and commanding.
Yeah, which is fine. It's just I feel like this song is just way too on the nose about that.
Well, she's like progressive compared to like to the traditional mold of princesses, which it's again not a bad message, but the way they go about it, yeah, it's kind of weak sauce in many ways.
Kiss my royal ass, swap spit with both girls and boys. I mean, it's just not.
Well, to be fair, when I like that they just visually did like the spitting in the hand gag.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm saying if that was like I'll give points on that one. The belch I think was a necessary evil. Someone has to snap her out of it. And,
it could have been anything other than a belch. I mean, come on.
I'm saying the minute you see her like kind of drinking like kind of slobbily, you get a sense that's it's going to happen. So I guess I was prepared for the belch.
Yeah, I was prepared for it too. That doesn't mean I liked it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, the point is she's like having this whole song about not being a girly girl with a suave and spit bits. Yeah, basically she's a different kind of princess, and she's she's still in control, and basically she says, you and I, you basically from what I hear, you used to be a lot like me. And anyways, then delivers the belch, which kind of is so pungent and so odorfully offensive. It kind of jostles her head back as the mind control starting to wear down, and basically the tiara falls off, so now she's completely snapped out. And I like this bit. The ending of this is pretty funny though, where she just kind of awakens and she realizes, you see at this point like she's being lifted over this one guy's shoulders, and it basically looks like she's giving birth to his head. Essentially, point it's a wacky sight. Like she's playing chicken with a guy essentially, and she's just like this is just having one word.
And Isabella's just like, what the hell is going on?
No, she just says wow, just wow.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I like the punchline of that. I think the punchline is pretty funny for her snapping out. Look, what the heck happened here?
Fair enough.
Again, I'll take it as a necessary. Well, you're right. It is weak sauce for the season. Not as weak as that one song though. Is that la 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 la? You're just blinded by Little Mermaid.
Yes, I am. I'm blinded by my love of calypso music.
Okay, anyway. Okay, so you want to take us to this next part?
Yeah, we get an awesome West Side Story song, kind of like
this was
great. It's great. Kind of like a Jets versus Sharks kind of song.
It's called Giants versus Dwarves in this case. God. And it's just this ridiculous, basically the song points at how ridiculous this fight is in this ridiculous song. But again, it's so wonderfully done though. Just
all the snapping, it's really well choreographed.
Yeah, and what I love kind of the faux drama of it with Roberta coming in there.
Right,
the undecided party, so to speak, just kind of in the middle. There's the voice of reason.
Holy freaking cow! You're the same damn height.
So that was hilarious. Just like her point out how ridiculous this is. And again, she's on her way to kind of make things right at the same time. So she's kind of off to do something. It's going to stop them from fighting. Meanwhile, battle begins, and this is hilarious. This I love. I wish they'd give this away in the promo though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion as to who's fighting who, and it's like they're starting to fight people from their own group. I'm a giant. I'm a dwarf.
Anyways, calls a timeout.
Timeout. Just show of hands. Who's a giant? Okay, no, who's a dwarf? Okay, this isn't gonna work. And then Galavant.
I love Galavant. This is so what Galavant would do. He's just like, all right, let's go shuts and skids, and just starts to rip off his shirt.
I love the idea. Okay, Galavant has a simple solution. It is an effective solution. Okay, shirts and skin.
No, that would be an effective solution.
Only way we're gonna know. Anyway, so then Roberta, the voice of reason here, she kind of fixes the situation by, she takes down the giant side of the bridge, so it kind of collapses down to the dwarf side. So now it's at least it's pretty much close to being fixed.
Uh-huh.
Basically, they make a point that you're. But basically, I know she solves the quarrel between. So she solves the quarrel between the giants and the dwarves. Everybody's showing you.
Is that they're fighting over nothing, essentially.
Yeah, but then she goes to Galavant and Richard here, and this again, yeah, you're right. Point out the same thing to these two guys that you're fighting over nothing. Okay, Galavant, who is the only man who have you recruited for your army so far? Who's the only person you recruited for your army? And it's Richard. And Galavant realizes, Richard, I realize, that's. Out of all your qualities I listed, there was one I left off. Loyalty, and you're basically realizing Richard's loyalty is very valuable to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because again, Richard, no matter what, he's not giving up on him. There's something to be said about that.
Do you believe that Tag Koopa is actually a dragon?
And then Galavant is the big tension moment, like, oh, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it? He says, I believe you believe he is. Which Richard's not really putting too much in it. I knew it. Yes, he is a dragon.
He believes in us, Tad Koopa.
Which is so ridiculous yet so sweet that he's, hey, someone believes in us, yay!
And then there's this ridiculous moment between the main giant and main dwarf, just like, what you say, giant? Right you are, dwarf. Right you are.
Tiny hand.
Now give me that tiny little hand of yours.
Again, same exact height, really, just 5'10". In that range, like 5'9", 5'10", same. Anyway, so also, unfortunately, they can't join him. They can't just have the giant conjoined army or anything. They're fixing the bridges, pretty much all already fixed. But I guess they have to actually make the alteration. So they're working on a bridge together.
I guess so.
So then we have again hilarious thing here. So Gareth and Sid again, they've been. They're bromancing stuff, and they're getting all buddy-buddy, which is awesome. And Sid, because they're all buddy-buddy, he's gotten 2 tickets to third-row seats for jousting. You know how much Gareth loves jousting.
Not dogs jousting.
But he still loves jousting, though. I get the sense of. Yeah. Anyway, he urges Sid to leave. Says, well, I'm not in the mood right now. You should probably leave, like, now. And then Vinnie Jones is just an expert at this sort of stuff. Annalena then comes is that him? And says, who? Oh, my lady, don't mind lady me. I heard what you said. So basically, Sid, like, they have this little quiet debacle on the side. I say, you told her. It's like so cowardly. It's hilarious. Like they're just kind of trying to appease the same woman. It's pretty funny. See, I may have told her the whole thing. And then she just keeps going, mentioning things Sid said, and then and also towards the end she's making stuff that was not says. Okay, I may have made a few things up too. What? What about the bro code?
I just love the idea that Gareth just had to just make things up just to make the whole situation look better on his end.
The thing is, what's so hilarious is the body language on Gareth here. Just like giving the most masculine kind of, he's the guard dog essentially of the show. We're just kind of giving he's the warrior, and he's just giving this whole so defensive
Vinnie Jones is always a master of that with his body language. It's one of the funnest parts of his character.
And then again, he gives you this such again. He's he doesn't want to hurt Sid. He doesn't want to just make him into kind of the target, so to speak. But he wants to. He's doing it for love. That's what he was doing it for. He feels bad about it. He really does feel bad about it. He just communicates to humanity. Well, every guy's been here with a friend. Sure. Or a friend who has a wife. Just saying, what about the bro code? I love the Seinfeld-esque desperation in Sid's voice. What about the bro code? I know. I'm starting to really like her. I mean, look at her. She's super. I'm starting to really like her, and she's super pretty. And then Madeline gives this adorable smile. Again, they're school children in love. It's adorable. Absolutely. So then basically Sid is being chased by guards. Guard sees him, and as Sid's running for his life, then you have this adorable thing. They're sitting on the throne together. Again, it's a boyhood courtship. It really is. It's like they're kids on a playground. He just says, "I think
turns out I like you too."
Yeah, turns out I like you too.
But does she like him?
I think, Tiki, I'm gonna wager to say this, and this is gonna be a bold statement. I think She likes him, likes him.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
know. I mean, I don't. I'm not saying I hear wedding bells, but
Okay.
I think that they would benefit from doing some couple shopping together. I think that I would go as far as say that.
So I love the ending of this episode. It's very kind of like road trip comedy in a way. Galavant, Roberta, and Richard just riding off together. Hey there, buddy. Do you know what I believe in? I believe something might just have started. It very much feels like Bob Hope, Bing Crosby road movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's a reprise of the Dragon song.
Sure.
It is really catchy. It was, that as well was the big thing this season. It's a road trip.
Mm.
But I could see kind of a Hope and Crosby thing there. Yeah.
And then Sid's just, we see a wanted poster of Sid being hung up, and he's like, I believe I'll be joining the dear departed. And then,
Yeah, Gareth and Madeleine, they're hitting it off. Sid fierce for his life.
And then kind of the big cliffhanger of the episode moving into the second half of the night is Madeline, I'm sorry, not Madeline. Isabella writing out, I believe I have a wedding planner to see. His ass belongs to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So overall, pretty good episode. I would say it definitely had some of the stronger songs of the season so far.
Oh yeah, I love this episode. I thought it was great.
Unfortunately, like I said, I really can't get behind the whole Princess Jubilee song. I thought that was just too crude.
I mean, look, I'll take it as a necessary evil because I thought this episode, everything else was just so fantastic.
I guess so. All right. I guess let's see. I guess that's about it. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just trying to find a nice line to go out on. I'm sorry.
It's really not cool.
All right. I got it. All right. Okay, now I guess, let's see. We have our little outro song.
Yes. Can I proceed with it? Or is the moment dead?
I'd say the moment's kind of dead.
Can I go then?
No, because I need to pull it up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. God damn it. I know, I'm horrible.
So, again, folks, I really liked this episode. I thought it was great. The songs were very, very fun. Again, kind of weak sauce with the one song that's necessary, but we're just repeating ourselves with that right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, that's the end of this episode.
That's as far as we could go for now.
In this new season of music and laughs.
A new season as we recap and chat.
And go.
Galavant.
Galavant.
Galavant-Ing. Right you are, Dwarf. Right you are. Now give me that little hand of yours.